Good morning, fiber friends, and welcome to episode 5 of Knitting in the Northwest.
Yay.
And don't adjust your screens. Used to be you'd say don't adjust your channels. Same podcast, different location. Today, we are podcasting up at our new local yarn store in Spokane, Washington. Actually, they're in Green Bluff, Washington, which is this amazing farming community just north of Spokane. And this is Applewood Yarn Barn. And next to me is Nettie, who is one of the 3 sisters that owns the yarn store.
Good morning. Welcome.
So, hi, hello, welcome back. As usual, I will have all the areas that you can reach either Nettie or I down below in the description box. But I just thought it would be fun to have someone hop on here with me and help me. So you're going to get 2 for the price of 1 today. You're so lucky. Yes. I wish you guys could see the view up here. I'm going to just turn you. I don't know how much you can see. This is the view we have. It is amazing. Amazing view. And the other view we get, there is a shop mascot. Bluey.
Yeah, this is Bluey.
Bluey, say hi.
He hangs out here with us.
Yeah, Bluey is an amazing dog.
He thinks everyone comes to see him.
Well, we do.
Yeah.
We do. And the beautiful yarn. As usual, we'll do the normal format. We'll do some finished objects. Of course, all of Nettie's objects will be finished because you've not seen any of them. We'll start with what we're wearing, finished objects, and then works in progress. And stay tuned to the end because I have an amazing giveaway. So
Presents.
We all love free stuff. So
Yay.
Stay tuned.
Welcome.
So Nettie, what are you wearing?
So I have the summer Soundtract, and this is knit up in Fiber Company Luma, and this is one of the spring yarns we brought in this year. It's a 50 cotton, 50 wool, 25 cotton with some linen and some silk as well. So it's really nice. Yeah. And it's a little slip stitch pattern. Even with the extra weight of the yarn, it still drapes really well. You know, when you do those slip stitches, you get kind of the line in the back, but it's got a really great drape on it. And we have 10 colors
Is
of
that
it, I think.
fingering?
No, this is DK weight. So it's really great. It's been a really fun project. We're right in the middle of our vest tanker tee knit along. Which all that stuff is on our website, but
and I'll link her website down below.
This is one of our fun ones.
Currently you don't have yarns on the website.
No,
maybe someday, but you can always reach out. On the website is a phone number.
Yep.
So
you can call, and I FaceTime often to people, so it just is another level when you build a website and you sell yarn. So right now we're just doing it local. We've only been open since September, so we're
not even
still learning.
We're
learning as we go.
And we are so blessed to have this amazing yarn store in Spokane. I used to do so many trunk shows, mostly on the west side of the state. We're in I said Spokane area, and I'd always. Every time I do a trunk show at an amazing yarn store, it's like, don't you want to open up a yarn store in Spokane as a sister store? So we are so blessed to have this stuff, and they carry different yarns that
you can find in town.
That you can find in town.
That was part of the reason we opened, is because the staples like Fiber Company, Blue Sky Fiber, and Kilborn, those are our big brands, plus a lot of other ones. But those we couldn't find in town, and so a lot of the reason we opened is so we could get those back.
Yeah, and I like to feel the yarn before I buy it, so it's really nice to come out here and feel and buy.
Touch and squish.
And touch and squish, and to hang out to knit. I keep telling Nettie she's going to have to start charging me rent for
she's our
coming
staple.
out. I'm like Bluey. I'm the shop mascot too. So I am wearing the Salty Air Tee by Samantha Guerin, and I believe this was my finished object last week. Yeah, so I thought
I
I'd
remember it. So
yeah,
beautiful.
Salty Air is, if you guys have not knit it, it's an amazing pattern. I think I've knit maybe 5. I do believe I have another one in my whip wall, and she also has the DK version with the long sleeves, and I've done that.
So that one's fingering weight.
This is fingering.
That might be what I do with that sport instead of
yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
So let's start. I was telling Nettie all of her objects are finished objects for you guys because you've not seen them.
Yeah.
So did you bring some to show us?
Well, this is one of them, and then I have just a pair of socks I've been working on.
Do you want blockers?
No, it's okay. I'll just stick them up like this. So I went on a little vacation to Colorado, and I love to buy fun hand-dyed yarn when I'm down there. And so this was a fun colorway. It's a ball yarn, which I know is all over. But this was called Mother's Day, and I was there over Mother's Day weekend. So it's really bright. It's got some real fun speckles. And then this is Viking yarn, and he's a hand dyer out of Denver. And these are the DRK everyday socks. So they've got their toe up, and then you just have this little, I think she calls it a saddle here. And I made mine a little bit shorter just because I didn't want them really long. But yeah.
So that's a DK weight?
No, this is a fingering.
Okay. So,
yeah, fingering. But she calls them her everyday socks. So, Andrea and Mallory. Yeah.
She's got DRK everything right now.
She does. She's got, her socks. And...
Yeah, I've done one of her sweaters years ago.
Yeah.
It no longer fits me. I had to give it away.
I really like the toe up. I started another pair, which I'll show you when we get to that point, because I'm mastering the 2 at a time socks.
And I'm totally team 9-inch circular.
We were just talking about that.
So I too have a pair of finished socks. So these are, I don't know how that color's coming across. I think it's probably going to be okay. They're purple. It's a purple speckle yarn.
And it sparkles.
It sparkles, yes. This is was out of the Razzle Dazzle base. And it's just a scrap I had. So I do mine toe up. Most of you know I start with the Judy's Magic cast on. I count my rows for the foot and for fingering weight, and I do them on a US 1. I know how many rows to do before I start the heel. I do a short row heel. So kind of a version of the Fish Lips Kiss. And then on this one, I just went 20 rows up from the heel, and I just bound off. And so it's got a little rolled hem. And I do a sewn bind off on almost all of my projects. I like the way it looks. And you've got lots of stretch. I know that they've got that stretchy bind off.
Yeah, I did a version of that but I didn't do yarn over every round.
Yeah, because it tends to flare.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. But I'm going to try that next time.
Yeah, this is a great bind off. So yeah, this is my only finished object, but I've been working on a lot. So
yeah, you've got many projects going.
many irons in this fire.
Yeah.
So what do you have for whips?
So like I said, we're doing our vest, tank, and tee knit along, and so I couldn't cast on just one vest, tank, or tee. So a lot of us at the shop during our knit night were going to meet up at Flock, which is the fiber festival over in Seattle in August, and so we all decided to do the Alpine Bloom. And so this is my version. I actually just got done with the color work. So it's Caitlin Hunter. And I decided to block it because I really wanted to see how the color work shined. You know, you're critical of it. Or at least I'm very critical of my work until it gets blocked. And I was just very happy. It's a low contrast, as you can tell. It's just kind of the colors are pretty muted. This is kind of a rose color, and the main color is our Amble, which is the sock base from Fiber Company. And then my contrast color is a Zauberball Crazy. And I just grabbed one that I thought had some really nice kind of muted tones to it. So it's a real fun knit. The color work seems to be a little bit of a slog.
Oh, Yeah,
all of us have been
slog is that is the word that has been going around.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of color work.
That's a lot. And there's a lot of catching of the floats in this one, which, I think they blocked out okay.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
The other thing that I found that was a little bit difficult in this is that the increases were in the color work rather than in
a rest row.
And there really aren't any rest rows here. So, but I think it's going to be beautiful. And if you see us at Flock, we'll all have them on. There's at least 8 of us, maybe 10 that are doing this. So this is my first. I got to get going on the body. I did cut my yarn, so I'm going to do the Nancy weave-in.
The Nancy weave-in. We were talking last night at our knit night that I've been doing the Stephen weave-in for years, and so I call it the Nancy weave-in.
Because she does it a little bit different, so I'm going to try that when I weave my ends in. So that's my first one I'm working on. Do you want me to do all of them?
No, I'll do one.
Okay.
So I too have cast on the Alpine Bloom. I have no idea what happened. So I started this size 3 because it's got, I think, 2 to 8 inches of positive ease. And I don't care for a lot of positive ease. So I started mine on a size 3, or used the size 3. And I am also using a Zauber ball in as I dig down here. Yeah, I don't have. So I'm using a Zauber ball. It's not a lot of contrast in it, just a little bit, but I actually had started this, and I may have shown it on a prior podcast, and I started it, and I was just going to do white for the color work, and everybody was doing these Zauber balls, and I thought, okay, I need to
Zauber ball.
Yeah, I need to do a Zauber ball. So I ripped it back, and so I've got mine. So this is mine, but the problem with mine is when I got done and I went to split for the sleeves, my count wasn't right. And I was like 20 stitches more than I should have had, which I don't know how that happened because I put stitch markers in between each repeat on the chart, and it worked out fine at the bottom. Where those extra 20 stitches came from.
It's so strange that you had the repeats because you did have it marked.
I did have them marked. So when so then I thought, well, now it's not a size 3, it's a size 4. And it was just, but it wasn't exactly the number of stitches for a size 4. I was kind of in between the two. And no way was I going to rip this out and do it again.
Sure, you did that once.
Once was enough. So I kind of altered a little bit. I didn't want to do any decreasing. I did pick up fewer stitches in the armhole. But I'm afraid that this is going to have a lot of positive ease. I mean, it just seems a little big.
And I'm worried mine's going to be small. I've got such broad shoulders. We could trade.
So if it is big, there's 2 things I can do. I can throw it in the dryer for a little bit and try to shrink it. It's Zauber ball, that's superwash too, isn't it? So I don't think I would get enough shrinkage out of it to make it fit. So the other option is if I finish it and it doesn't fit me, it'll fit somebody. So somebody will get it because I am not.
And what's your main color?
So the main color that I used is Trilogy Yarns. This is their Glamorous base, which is an 80-20 fingering in the color Blush.
So pretty.
Yeah. And it's a tonal, not solid. So you can see it's got some little variations showing up in it. So this was my contribution for the Vest Tinker Tee knit along. And that ends next weekend. Yeah. So I don't think I will finish this, and I'll explain.
No, next weekend's just our halfway point.
Oh, halfway point. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well then, Yeah, maybe I'm finished.
Might get there.
And this is being held in a
so
cute little project bag. I don't know, a lot of you may not know about this amazing retreat that's held down in McCall, Idaho in September, and it's the Fiber Love Retreat. If you're in the area, if you're not in the area and you want to go to an amazing retreat, I will link Fiber Love Retreat's website down below. It's an amazing amazing retreat. And so this was one of the bags that I got last year, and it's got the Fiber Love Retreat logo on it. Every year they do a different color. Last year the main color was pink. So
I love the bottom of that it's vinyl, it's like washable, so you don't feel bad putting it on the floor.
Yeah. So
cute.
That is my whip.
Yay. So my next one, number 2 for me is this cute little tank. And this is, I've got another summer yarn. This is the Luma again. I had to cast on something else with it because I love it so much. And it's the Boden Shirt. Is it Kadri?
Yes.
By Kadri. And so it's just a cute little, it's got some garter, it's got some yarn overs, but it's a cute little tank that I'm hoping will block out. It's got some strange, like when I increased, it's got this weird bump here, but I think, again, it'll block once I get going. But it's been a really fun pattern.
You could, it's
and you have to pick up.
You
pick up on the edge when you're done, and you end up doing, I think, an I-cord around it. So there were a few places in the pattern that were, I don't want to say mistakes, but hiccups where I got to the end and there weren't 2 to knit together. But I just kind of go with it. So I finally just connected in the round last night. So I should be just like whipping through it.
Yeah.
But it's pretty fun. Yeah.
Nice.
That's summer. Got to get it done before it gets hot.
Yeah. So most of you know that have seen me before. I have a whip wall behind me. And I have a dice app on my iPad. And as I have said in the past, I totally stole that from Denise Designs, and Tanya from Karma's a Stitch. I'm currently up to 28 whips. I have no idea who
I don't know how you do it.
I don't have the crown. I did a cast-on party, and I've talked about that before. I went to a cast-on party a couple of weeks ago. One gal, I think she's got 49 whips. Half are crocheted, half are knit.
How do you get that many needles?
I project bags. So I do roll the dice on either Friday or Saturday, whichever I feel like. So last week I did roll the Cosmos Blanket by Amba O'Brien, and let me show you a picture. This was my Advent project from last year. So cute. It's the Cosmos Blossom Throw. And I'm going to angle it a little bit.
Got some clear. It's really pretty.
Yeah. So it's 24 squares that you knit, and then you crochet them together. I tell you, I am really good at the, what they call it, the disappearing loop cast on. Something like that. So this is what I finished this week. So so I've got this one, and these are all from Trilogy Yarns Holiday Advent last year.
Oh my gosh, this one I love.
This one.
This is gorgeous.
And this one. So I have one more at home that needs to block. And then I was working on one last night, and because it is a lace pattern, and there was people here, and I was talking, it
was not a talking.
I got home and I ripped the needles out of it. So anyway, that's back on the whip wall, and I will crochet them all together. I'm going to use black to crochet them together, so it's very similar to the picture here.
How often do you roll your dice? I think
once a week.
Once a week.
Once a week. And so that way, and most of my, I feel like I'm falling off the couch here. Most of my, all of my projects are ones I want to work on. So it's just really nice. You don't get bored if you've got something like this color work that's a slog. Although once I started it, I didn't want to. I just wanted to power through it. But yeah, once a week I roll the dice. Yeah. So I actually rolled it this morning, and so I'll show you what I'm gonna work on. So yeah, so that is another whip.
And I have. A friend made me this cute little project bag. Wasn't it adorable?
Those are great. Do you knit when you walk?
I can. I don't up here because it's so rural and I have to watch the cars. But she's just the sweetest lady. She comes to our knit night. She's one of my favorites. And she made these for me and my sister. But I am doing 2 at a time. I'm kind of in the middle of a row. Socks with the rest of that Mother's Day sock. But I did toe up. And then I'm just almost to the point, we'll get to the point where I have to turn the heel, so I'll try to do that. It's really interesting, though, because I rewound the ball of yarn. Look at how different it is from one end to the other. I don't mind, because I just think that's part of the fun of the yarn.
Oh, yeah.
But it literally looks like 2 different yarns here.
Now, what heel are you going to use? Are you going to use the short row heel?
The short row heel, yeah. And I think I should be able to do it on 2, like this. I do 2... I'm in the middle of a row, but I do 2 circulars. So I have a 2 32 inches, and I just knit across and then turn around and knit across. So eventually I'll have to try the team 9-inch.
Yeah. Especially because I like when I go for walks, I've got a project bag that I can, similar to that I can loop my hand through. So, and I walk on paved streets. Yeah. So I don't have to watch for rocks and, tree roots and stuff. Yeah. So with a 9-inch circular, you can just, walk and knit. And if you knit in movie theaters or stuff like that, where you're in the dark and you don't have to do the magic loop. So
they have 2 different size tips on those 9-inch.
No, mine don't.
So, and how long are they? Are they 2 inches or 3 inches? Do you know? I'll have to look.
Because I have an interchangeable kit. I have them over there in my basket. No, these are fixed.
Oh,
I use the fixed Chagu US 1. And no, I think they're the same size.
Okay.
I think and they must be a 3-inch. I know they're not a 2-inch.
Because I have a set, so
yeah, I've got
to try it.
Yeah, I've got the small interchangeables too. But yeah, I just
have to try it.
I just use a fixed one. I do start magic loop when I start my toes.
Right.
And then I just as soon as I've increased,
keep going.
Flip over.
It's amazing that you know exactly how many rows you need.
Yeah.
I measure, but I need to get better.
So I think I've been wearing only hand knit socks for maybe 20 years. And I
feel like I'm a baby knitter next to you now.
I'm so much older than you. No,
it's just I just haven't done that many socks.
Yeah,
so.
And so I have little notes for various people, how many rows to get to their foot. But yeah,
that's so fun. I have one of those sock rulers. Oh yeah. These ones, and I put little notes on the top of it for how many inches I need to go. But
well, you should do that. Do 1 inch, and then I just put interlocking stitch markers, and then just count your rows up and see how many. Yeah, but if you carry your sock ruler with you.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. I think we're back to you.
You know what? I only have 3 going on right now.
So I only brought 4. So I think we're good.
We're good.
Yay.
Good. I think I did my 3rd one. So
oh, are you done?
I'm done.
Oh, well then it's me.
Back to you again.
So 2 weeks ago, I did roll the dice, and I rolled. It's called the Step-by-Step Cardigan.
Oh my gosh, that one.
Yes, and let me just. I can tell you who it's by here. Stand by. Talk amongst yourself.
Are we going to talk about what we want to knit next?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to grab that.
Okay.
First.
Step by step. Oh my gosh. Ravelry. You have to put it in exactly. Well, let's do this. Let's go to Knit Companion because I know it's in there. Because I haven't lost my projects for a while.
Florence. Yes,
Florence? Yes, I think it is.
No, Florence Miller. Yeah.
Is it Florence Miller? Does it say that?
I think so, if I remember right.
Handmade by Florence.
Yeah.
So it's just
oh, there it is.
Yeah,
So cute.
just a real basic cardigan. And the first time I came up here to the store and met Nettie, I came up with the intention of buying some yarn because I wanted to make this. So the yarn that I bought is the Cumbria, the fiber company Cumbria. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cumbria. And this colorway is ISEL.
ISEL, yeah.
And what is the makeup? Is this 100%?
So it's wool
mohair.
I think it says on the front. Mesham wool, merino, and mohair.
Yeah. So really nice. Now I'm very sensitive to fibers, but this one's not bad. I don't know that I could wear it next to skin. I have a hard time with mohair. Totally can wear the suri, but have a hard time with mohair. But as a cardigan, it's going to be fun. So this was one of my whips that I cast on a couple weeks ago at the cast on party. And so I had done at the cast on party, when I put it down, here's my little progress keeper. So you start in the back and you just kind of start increasing to go down to the front. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. So anyway, that's where I was. So I have actually finished the body. Oh, so pretty. Get that up. So the body is done, and it's just a 1x1 rib. So next, I think what I might do is I think I'll do the button band next. And the button band, I'm going to do the double knit button band because I really like the folded. It does have buttons on it. I'm not sure where I'm going to get buttons because Joanne's is no longer with us. So, and I keep telling Nettie she needs to start carrying buttons, but I'll try to find some
next on my list.
Yeah, some really fun buttons, but I'll do the double knit button band up the front around the neck, and then I'll just pick up and do the
I can't wait to see how you do that because I've never added a double knit button.
Oh, you haven't? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really fun. So cool. I think I did that on my Douglas cardigan, and the way that it sits is so much nicer than just picking up and doing a ribbed button band.
Yeah. I love the look of it.
Mm-hmm. I do too. So this now will go back on the whip wall, and it's a worsted weight cardigan. I'm hoping.
You're not gonna need it right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
She says we're not going to need it now. We're still, the calendar says the end of May. The weather says the 1st of April.
It really does.
It's been really cold. It is supposed to get to 80, I think, this weekend, but today's only supposed to get to 65, 67. It's just, and in the Northwest, the weather changes so drastically that we'll probably be 80 this weekend. Next week will be 100.
Yeah.
And, so there's there's no working into anything.
The fun thing about our shop is that we have this big garage door. So when the weather's warm, we open it. And so we have indoor, outdoor.
Yeah. She's got a nice little patio.
We have a lovely patio.
And like I showed you, the view over the valley is gorgeous.
It's really gorgeous.
I do have one more whip. I did start a new one because at that point I was at 27 and I just didn't have anything to work on.
She didn't have anything to do.
I didn't have anything to do. So I did, this is not cast on, this is hooked on. I went to bed one night and I was thinking, I have all this scrap yarn. Years ago when my husband was alive, we kind of dabbled in dyeing and just played. It was nothing like trilogy yarns have become, but we just dabbled. So I have all of these fingering weight yarns that I don't know what to do with. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to do something crocheted, and I decided to do, I've lost a ball. Now I've got, you should see the floor. Anyway, So I picked out these 4 skeins. So one is a variegated. This is kind of a light purple. I have a denim blue and a pink. And I decided I was just going to crochet a basket. So here is the basket. Now I've only got like 3 inches up the side. There's the bottom. But I'm doing this, so 4 strands of fingering. I'm doing it on a size N hook, which is not going to stand up.
Yeah.
And I have cats, and even if it did stand up, it wouldn't stand up for long because they'd find it and they'd go, oh yeah, thanks for the new bed. I could go down. I know Kara from one of my Zoom groups suggested going down to like a J hook would make it real dense. So what I'm probably going to do, you can just see it's like, it'll fold itself like a fortune cookie. What I'm going to do is I'll make the sides maybe 10 inches tall. I'll just kind of play it by ear. I have lots of scrap yarn. And then I'm going to crochet some handles in the top. And I'm just going to turn it into like a project bag.
So cute.
Because when you have that many whips,
you got to make your own.
You got to make your own project bags. If I could just get a forge and make my own needles, I'd be set. So I did do this. This was just basically 1 day's worth of hooking because crochet goes so fast. And I will run out of the yarn before I'm done, so then I'll introduce some other colors. And that's the fun thing about scrappy projects. A, you can burn through stash, and B, you get some really fun,
especially crocheted ones.
Yeah. And I'm just doing single crochet. On the bottom, I just did the magic loop hook on, and then every row I would, so like and I'm not doing a pattern. So the first row I would do 2 single crochets in every crochet, and then the second row I would single crochet 1, do 2 single crochets in the next stitch, go around, and then the next row I would single crochet in 2 and then 2 in the third, just to keep increasing so the bottom does lay flat. So I was going to say I do have project bags, but this is going to be its own project bag that will go back on the whip wall for when I roll the dice for that.
Love it.
And then this morning, because I had been working on that Cosmos Blossom throw for a week, and the Alpine Bloom was just kind of a bonus project I was doing. I did roll my dice, and I rolled Trilogy bag. I rolled the Skyline Tee by Tori Yu.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny, I did a cast on when I went to the cast on party a couple weeks ago. I thought, I want to cast that on. And I went to look at the pattern and realized I already had it in my library. And then I was investigating further by looking on Ravelry, and it's like, I've already cast one on. So I have 2 of, I don't know how well, it's just a little tee. Really but cute. It's got like saddle shoulders that you do first. So I do have 1 saddle shoulder done. Do I have the second? No, I think that is as far as I've gotten. And sorry for the crinkle. I am using Trilogy yarn. No, I'm not. I lied. If I edit these, I could edit that. So this is Illimani by Sabri. Oops, yarn done. And the makeup of this is
really nice.
45% organic, no, 85% organic cotton, 15% baby alpaca.
Ooh, that's nice.
And this is colorway 28, orchid. So yeah, this is it's just a fingering weight. It's got 437 yards.
It's got really nice bounce.
It's got nice bounce. It's got a really fun, I don't know if you can see that twist, but it's got a really fun twist. And those of you that watched last week, you know that I'm in my pink and gray era of my life. So we're going to throw a little purple in there just to, confuse people because I'm wearing gray and all that. So that is what's going to get my attention this week. I may work on the Alpine Bloom. Also, I just want to get it done now and, get it off the nails. So that is what's coming up. Yeah. So what do you have for new stuff?
So my next cast on, I think, is going to be this fun vest. This is a shop sample.
So cute.
It's super cute. It's a little bit short for me. I did try to wear it the other day, but
it looked good on you though.
So it's the Linden Vest by Noriko Ho. But what I love about it is it's a blend of two of the yarns that we have. And I put together so this is the combination that the vest is actually knit out of. And this is Suro from the Fiber Company. And Suro is a blend of Surrey alpaca, organic cotton, and merino. And it's a sport weight. And then held together, striped with the Luma, which I have the tag now, is 50 wool, 25% cotton, 15 linen, and 10% silk. And so you stripe it so you can go for the high contrast. We pulled a bunch of them last night. You could go for kind of a...
That would be my colors.
Tone, your pink. This one is a really cool... It's almost like a chocolate color. And this one's got some real dark in it. So you could go tone on tone with that. You could do the gray and pink, right? So this is a cool gray. This one, and then we have lots of colors in it. And then I think I pulled this to go with, this one's like a dark gray. So I'm having a hard time deciding what color I want to do, if I'm going to do like tone on tone or if I'm going to do really high contrast.
Or one of each.
Or one of multiple. But we're all kind of in this vest mode at the shop right now because then we don't have to do sleeves, but you can wear it for multiple seasons. This would definitely be able to be worn in the summer as a tank.
Yeah.
Because of the fiber content. And then in the fall it would transition. You just wear a t-shirt underneath it. So... and I got cold yesterday and I had it on with a t-shirt and I threw a sweater over it.
And I was sitting up here and, end of May, and Nettie's got this cute little fireplace in here, and it's like, I'm sitting right in front of the fireplace with the fireplace on. I got home last night and when I went to bed, my feet were frozen.
We're all in here sweating.
I know.
And Nancy's like freezing. One of the poor girls was literally sweating.
That is the downside of losing weight, is I've lost that layer of insulation.
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm going to put weight back on so I can warm up.
She's going to go eat some candy bars so she can get warm again.
Yeah, warm up.
No,
so,
do that.
sounds good.
Yeah.
So I think I don't have a clock here. I don't know how long we've been. I try to keep these pretty short.
You're doing a trunk show here.
Oh, yes. Yes. I'm doing a Trilogy is doing a trunk show at Applewood next Friday and Saturday. So if you're in the area, stop by, say hi, Swiss some yarns. And you want to talk about the trunk show you're doing this weekend?
Yeah, and so we're doing one. So next weekend is the first full weekend in June.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No. Well, Friday is the 30th.
Oh, sorry. I lied. The 30th and the 31st, the last weekend in May. I keep
don't scare me.
Don't confuse you because you got something else.
I've got something else coming up.
So Nancy will be here Friday, Saturday. Or you're going to set up Thursday though?
I'll set up Thursday.
So we can be here for knit night.
For knit night, and then Friday, Saturday, and then this weekend.
And then this weekend we have a new mom and daughter duo from Spokane, Apple Blossom Yarns, and they'll be here today and tomorrow.
In fact, she's over there.
Yeah, she's over here like making her table all pretty. Come check them out. We usually have a pretty fun group on Fridays to knit. We built the space so that it would be welcoming, and you want to just come and bring your coffee, or we have Keurig coffee here, but our goal is just for you to come and enjoy the space and just have a place and to build your community. So come anytime. Nancy's always here.
I'm always here.
Come say hi to Nancy.
Knitters are always enabling other knitters, and somebody will walk over and grab some yarn and they'll bring it back to the circle. And it's like, oh gosh,
we just
I want
talk
to do that.
To it and decide which colors we like. And last night we had a big group and she was trying to decide what colors she wanted for her sweater.
Yeah.
And so she'd go pull some combinations and bring it back, and we all
And then she asked for, people's opinions.
Yep.
Of course,
Told the
everybody's got
audience.
their favorite colors and
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
I talked about a little surprise. So if you've hung out with us this long, there will be reward. I have this amazing skein of Trilogy yarns.
So cute.
This is the Glamorous base, which is an 80/20. The yardage, I believe, is $4.37 for 100 grams. I think she's got 38. It used to be $4.37 for 100 grams. It's a nice yarn. It's got such a great twist on it. The Glamorous base, I swear, is my favorite. This colorway is I Smell Children.
It's so good.
Beautiful shades of greens and yellows and browns.
I swear her names of yarn are my favorite.
And I know when I was dying for Trilogy and doing trunk shows, teachers, this was a favorite one for teachers. But I think for the giveaway, comment below what your favorite smells of the summer are. If it's children, if you've got...
The teachers are like, nope.
Yeah, no. But if you've got a lot of kids and they're swimming a lot and all you smell is chlorine on the kids. But yeah, comment below what your favorite summer smells are. And I will draw for this next week. Not next week, in 2 weeks. And also in 2 weeks, Trilogy Yarns will be at Fiber Fusion in Monroe, Washington at the Evergreen State Fairgrounds. So if you're in the Pacific Northwest, Fiber Fusion is an amazing fiber festival, and it's geared towards knitters, dyers, spinners, weavers. They have animals. It's free. Parking is free. And so 2 weeks from today, I will be over there in Monroe, and I'm going to record a podcast with Carrie, the new owner of Trilogy, because I'm going to be over there helping her. So you'll finally get to meet this person that you've heard about and know that she truly is a person, not just somebody I've made up so I could retire. So yeah, comment on your favorite summer smells. While you're commenting on that, don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends. We're just trying to grow our little channel. I am a big podcast watcher, so it's fun to watch podcasts, and maybe someday we can put a list below some of our favorite podcasters. I feel bad doing that because I may forget somebody I watch, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I do have my regulars that I like to watch. So, yeah. And
always share your favorites too.
That's absolutely. Yeah. Let us know who you're watching. We didn't tell the date. Today is Friday the 23rd, 4th?
Let me look.
Yeah, you look. Look on your little ARM computer.
My little ARM computer. The 23rd.
23rd. So it is Memorial Day weekend in the U.S. So,
It seems early, but
it does seem early, especially since we just got rid of the snow on the mountains up there. So whatever you're doing for Memorial Day, enjoy. Stay safe. Make smart decisions. And
do some knitting or crocheting.
Always do some knitting. Nettie's got a little thing going where she's got a little card that if you knit every day of the month, you get to mark it off, and then
Stitch Every Day in May. Our friend at Yarn Folk in Ellensburg, she actually started a few years ago.
So get your knitting in and enjoy hopefully some warm weather and some nice beverages.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
I don't think so. My sister and I started a little podcast. I mean, it's very, very small, but it's Applewood Yarn Barn. So check us out. Yeah. We do it once every 2 or 3 weeks, sometimes a little bit longer, but that's how we kind of share the new yarns that we bring in and what's going on in the store. So, But come by and see us.
Yeah, do come by and see Bluey. Bluey's been sleeping the whole time.
I know. He's got a rough life here.
Yeah. Anyway, everybody have a good 2
Happy
weeks,
Memorial Day.
and I'll see you.
Thanks for letting me join.
Anytime.
Love it.
Yeah,
So
I know.
fun.
It's like I felt like it was moving in this morning.
No, sorry, she's got her bags.
Bags.
We always laugh at the knitters that come in because you never have just one bag. It's like you have a bag full of bags or multiple bags full of bags. So.
But then you never have what you need. So the advantage of being in a yarn store. So, okay, everybody, have a good couple weeks and keep crafting and stay safe and stay sane. Bye.
Bye.